Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, sitting in my office twiddling my thumbs while I wait for Bradford to announce the 85th Terra mission this month in XCOM: The Long War. And I'm resigned to the fact that terror is all there is. That's it. There's nothing left in this world but terror. The aliens somehow have acquired unlimited resources. Something like half of their missions this month have been swarming level terror missions launched from assault carriers, and those things aren't cheap. So, yeah, not sure where they're getting it, especially considering the fact that they haven't landed a large UFO to harvest in recent memory. I honestly can't remember the last time we saw a harvesting mission going on. The only conclusion I can draw from this is that we've reached the end game. This is it. And from the looks of it, this end game is not going to be like watching Bobby Fischer and Boris Spassky 50 moves into a game of chess. It's going to be more like being 5 moves into a game of chess with your 6-year-old nephew, in that it's not much of a challenge, not much fun at all, and not really much more than killing time until he gets cranky enough to flip the table and stomp off to his room. And in this scenario, I'm the nephew. I've already got a pretty strong grip on the table, and there's an Xbox in my room. So, yeah. Let's head up to mission control and wait for the inevitable, and oh, I'm so gonna flip this bitch, because once this table has been upended, I'm just gonna go play Minecraft. Alright, well, Tomoe Gozen in the tube has failed. We are not surprised by this. I'd be more salty about it, except we have nobody to put back into the tube. So honestly, Tomoe Gozen's failure, I mean, tired. We're at the deep bottom of a well of fatigue spiral here. And I'm close enough that I think I may be able to dig my way to China out of it and come out the other side. But I got to keep shoveling for that. So you know what? The fact that Tomoe Gozen has failed here, it doesn't really cost us anything. Who would we have put in the tube to replace her anyway? Doesn't even matter. You know what? I don't even care. I can't even find the will to complain anymore. At least that wasn't a terror mission that popped up. Having someone fail at psychic training, I mean, that's a familiar pain. I'm used to that. I've got like callous to that. Elvis Presley has succeeded. Shocking. I'm floored. I can't even remember the last time somebody succeeded at psychic training. Mostly just because I have a terrible memory and I drink a lot. But the drinking is the direct result of XCOM, so you gotta cut me some slack on that one. We need to put somebody else in the tube, and the problem is I don't really see any quality candidates. Case to be made for Samuel the Mustache Clemens, but I need somebody also who's maybe a little bit talented in case we get a difficult mission. We do have Jack. You know, we could send a superhero. Although I think Jack Kirby may have been critically wounded once, possibly twice. His willpower looks extraordinarily low. I know Isaac Newton has been critically wounded, but there actually is still a case to be made for sending Newton into the tube. If nothing else, it lets us equip a shadow device on him, which makes him vastly more... You know what? I'm going to go with Isaac Newton. He'll be a bad psychic trooper, but it's going to take you 9 days, Newton? Fuck me. All right. You better succeed is all I'm going to say, Isaac, because you're not getting a second chance. You're not.
Contact detected.
Well, it's not a terror mission. Also, Joan of Arc, Thurgood Marshall, Winston Churchill. Okay, so Teddy and the bench are... No, that's the bench. I don't see Teddy Roosevelt. Also, Winston Churchill, you can just straight up go fuck yourself. With a baseball bat in the ear. Well, I mean, we can't not try and shoot this down. This is the Overseer over Africa. This is what we've been waiting for. We have to do this. All right, Semtex, go get him, champ. You're up on balanced here. We are going to be using dodge modules if we can. I'd use more than one if I could, but I know that we can't use more than one per intercept. We will be using a dodge module, though. After the first time we get hit, dodge module goes active. So there's the dodge module. We got hit through the dodge module, like twice. Fantastic. 1.9 seconds left on the intercept. On the plus side, we did do some damage to the Overseer. Because we saw the little splatter of color that means it's been damaged. All right, Gutierrez. It's on you, man. We got nothing else. You're our Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Come on, Baja. Go get him. Simtex Cato, you got to show him who's boss here. You got to show him what you're made of. Simtex apparently was actually made of explosive, which is why he got the shit blown out of it. The alien gets its first hit first time. Haha, yeah, well, you know what? You might have got the first hit, but guess what, aliens? We got the last hit. Yeah, that's right. Only gonna be 2 hits in this fight. You hitting me hitting you, and you hitting the ground. And I know that's 3 hits, but I don't even give a shit. Fuck you is the long and short of it. So, 15 aliens, huh? An ethereal, a muton elite, a fucking sectopod, a drone, heavy floaters, and muton bazooka. This is gonna be a real slice of shit sandwich right here. So it's gonna be like a sectopod and 2 drones. That'll be 1 pod. Muton elites, probably times 3 with 2 heavy berserkers. That'll be 7. Heavy floaters, I'm guessing we're looking at probably a 6-man pod of heavy floaters and then maybe 1 or 2 ethereal. Yeah, this is gonna suck. It comes at the worst possible time also. We're deep in the bottom of, I can't do this mission with this. I'm just looking at my top row of troopers here. This cannot be done. We're gonna have to grind some time. Please tell me I have some people coming back. And also at some, man, I really gotta remember to get the Thunder from Down Under and Sergeant Pepper and her lonely heart here into the tube. At some point I gotta do that. I know Sergeant Pepper is only a corporal, but still. Gotta get her in a tube. Also think I may have made that joke before, I don't remember. Are we fighting tired? No, Franklin D. Roosevelt's back in 3 hours. Alright, so we got a mission leader. The D will be back. What do we got for gunner? Please tell me I have at least a half-decent gunner somewhere. 22 hours for Thomas More. That's honestly as good as it's gonna get? Thomas More is the best I can do in this time frame? Oh, that's real shitty. That's real. Okay, what else? What like Scout? What am I looking at? Scouts. Thomas Edison sucks. Hank, okay, 22 hours for the Big Bad Wolf. So the long and the short of it is we're waiting 22 fucking hours. So, yeah. Alright then, fine. Let's just, let's scan for 22 hours then. Yeah, the D is back. Guglielmo Marconi is back, alright. Roosevelt is back. We could take Teddy on the bench here. No, actually, no. Egypt, no. I want my UFO power sources. I may build some more firestorms. Helen Keller is back. Virginia Woolf is back. Shakespeare, okay, that's, all right, now we should have a team that's capable of doing this. So let's put them together. All right, guys, we're in the forest with heavy vegetation. Oh, fantastic, this is on the forest map, which I absolutely fucking despise. Brilliant. It also means that snipers are going to be less than nominally useful. So we're going to only be able to take 1. That 1 sniper is definitely going to be Helen Keller. No doubt about on this one. Helen Keller is going to be the killer that we need. Look at this mission to kill ratio. Almost 3-to-1. Every time we get really close to 3-to-1, Helen Keller seems like she has 1 mission where just nothing goes her way and she doesn't get a chance to shoot it. Still, scope alloy bipod, high capacity mags, Gauss long rifle, Helen Keller sorted. She's going to be very little help inside the craft, but up until then, she's going to be doing us some good turns. This mission has to be Teddy and the bench. I don't trust anybody but Teddy and the bench to get this done. This Friday on NBC, Teddy and the bench are going to go all the way. They're taking this town by storm. The chief is out of commission. They're running the precinct. It's all Teddy and the bench fucking martial law style bullshit now. We could try and capture an ethereal, but you know what? I already captured an ethereal, so I'm saying to hell with it. I just want to go in here and make all of the shit be dead. So I'm going with full-on brutal murder style assault, the way that I know cops, Teddy, and the bench here would want it done. I mean, they're cops. They'll murder you straight up. They don't even care. They'll murder cop you. Oh, they will. And hopefully this time they, in fact, do just go murder cops and people. That's Teddy. That's the bench. We need a scout. That's going to be the Big Bad Wolf. I'd love to get the Big Bad Wolf into the tube. In fact, desperately need... do we have anybody but Virginia Woolf? I mean, any other scout that can use a shadow device. I really don't want to take Virginia Woolf. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. I want a tube slot for Virginia Woolf so bad that I am actually going to take Ava Perón on this mission. Also, Ava Perón gets a double-double here. If she lives, she levels. Period. That's the end of that sentence. So for Virginia then, chameleon suit, yes, we're going to go with mind shield and shadow device. Just our patented, hey, look at me, Mr. Ethereal, please throw a psychic ability at me. And a build. Mind shield, where's my shadow device? There it is. She's going, pick me, come on, mind control me, over here, me. You know, I say that, and I do the pick me method, and I don't think even one single tweet. Any medic but Jesus would also be good. You know what? Yeah, Elvis is good enough. I'll take Elvis. Elvis is not going to get a double-double, but Elvis does need Psychic EXP, and there is Psychic EXP to be had in this mission, so Elvis is the right call here. Neuroregulator, I think, yeah, our motion trackers, you know what? They're already in play. So it's Neuroregulator, 2 medkits, and a shadow device. That's got Elvis sorted. What are we missing? A gunner, an engineer, and then we've got a commander's choice sort of option. We could take Shock Attack, Zula, Horatio Nelson, but honestly, I think I would actually prefer St. Thomas more. He's psychically active. He does need to go into the tube. There are many disadvantages to taking St. Thomas More, but the main advantage is he has panic, and he can do it while he moves. So, or actually, he doesn't have panic. Never mind. Well, he has distortion field, though, and I mean, that's something. Throw a gun link for you. No, not a shadow device. Let's go with... What else should we give you? A cognitive enhancer actually wouldn't suck. Let's go Neural Gun Link, Cognitive Enhancer, Armor Piercing Ammo. St. Thomas is sorted then. Engineer. And it has to be a psychically active engineer. That's like literally the only criteria. You've got to be shitting me that I don't have an engineer who can... Fuck. Anyone at all. Do we have even a decent engineer? Not necessarily one who's psychic. We really don't. Do we have one that's coming back? We got Nikola Tesla in 7 hours. Do we have 7 hours? Fine, we're waiting for Tesla then. Elizabeth Tudor's back on duty. Don't fucking spit in my mouth like that, XCOM. Van Dorn back. Yeah. There's Tesla. Alright, fine. We had to wait for Nikki T, but you know what? Honestly, I think waiting for Nikki T was totally the right move. We need a top quality engineer, and that engineer absolutely has to be capable of throwing a shadow device. So we burn some time, and I don't care if it gets everybody back alive and this overseer mission completed. Totally worth it. Totally worth the wait. Nikola Tesla's always worth the wait. Oh baby. Yeah. All right. So we've got a commander's choice, and this commander, I choose you, Samuel Clemens. Mustache Man, I choose you. It would be great if there was like a Samuel Clemens Pokemon who just like came out of a giant Pokeball and it was just one big furry handlebar mustache that just like engulfed its foes. That'd be sweet. Illuminator gun sight, high capacity mags. What else do we want to give the old Clemens here? I'm not getting. Let's not do anything fancy, tricky, or stupid. Although there is a sectopod, so having somebody armed with a chemical grenade is not a terrible idea. Nah, laser sight. I'd love to go with like a neuroregulator or something, but Samuel Clemens doesn't need either psychic EXP or regular EXP. Just capped in both. Alright, team. You gotta focus on this. This is the big game here. If we were a college football team, this would be like the Sugar Bowl or the Rose Bowl or the Doritos Play Bowl or perhaps the Frito Bowl. Or the any other food product bowl, because every bowl is always named after food.
We need to get down there fast.
This is like the Slim Jim Snap Into It bowl.
Its final resting place in a rural area with no significant civilian population. We need to secure that craft and eliminate any survivors.
Well, that was convenient that it went down in such a desolated area, Bradford. Alternatively, let me posit a alternative hypothesis here. Hey, let me present a competing scenario. This is the one map that you always fight the Overseers on, so we're going to go to the Overseer map, because this is always that map.
They've been protecting this ship with their most advanced technology.
Uh-huh.
So it's safe to assume whatever they've gotten there is crucial to their invasion effort.
Well, it's an ethereal, Bradford. I mean, don't you remember when we did this about, I don't know, maybe like 8 months ago, roughly?
That's affirmative.
This entire same scenario came
Eyes
up.
on target.
Well, there's our sectopod, so we're getting that out of the way early. Actually, this is a fairly weak pod. I like to complain. It's basically what I live for, but all complaints aside, this is genuinely a fairly weak pod. I mean, we're gonna have to shadow device, I think. I have a sniper. Helen Keller, why can you not shoot at the sectopod? So 2 courses of action here. 1, we stay put, hang back, and try and see if the sectopod will come into a devastating hail of Overwatch fire. I am not a huge fan of this plan because I don't think it will work. 2, we advance under the cover of our most deadly guns and see if we can't just shadow device it. You know, yeah, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna run and gun. We're gonna get up here. We're just gonna shadow device at the end of this. That's gonna be it.
Headed there now.
We do need both of these drones dead before we can safely shadow device. It's a sectopod destroyer. How much health have you got? 45. Okay. So yeah, that's you know, 60 health worth of aliens at the start of the map. Brilliant. Well, that's a dead drone. We got that going for us. So far, so good. St. Thomas More is not going to get a shoot here if he wants to be in the shadow device, and I definitely want him in the shadow device, so St. Thomas is just going to run.
Moving on target.
You know, I'm actually not going to have Helen Keller run. I may have Helen Keller shoot. Especially if I can disable weapon on a sectopod. Yeah, you know what? I don't know, I'm thinking about it. That's probably the right move. So, Teddy Roosevelt doesn't even need to sprint, which means he's going to have 2 shots at this drone. It is on the ground, technically, not flying. Even if this first shot doesn't kill it, the second shot is definitely going to. So, Teddy Roosevelt bullying for us. Keller, I really just want to get you airborne. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. We're just going to take Helen Keller airborne. We'll have her double tap shot it next turn. It'll be fine. I was thinking about having her disable its weapon, but I'd really rather have her in position for a double tap next turn. It's just a better play. She steadies her weapon. The rest of the team dashes forward. And here's the question. Who's going to actually throw the shadow device? Because now that I think about it, we get a bit of a problem that we may not be able to move and also cover everybody in the shadow device. That's real bad. I'm fucking stupid. How far can you throw this, Ava? Alright, well, Perot needs to get very marginally closer. Half cover is full cover for Ava, and she should not be able to see the... Okay, fine. Ava Perone is then going to have to do the dirty work here.
10-4.
And keep my idiot team safe because I am monumentally stupid.
Copy, Commander.
I am a profoundly stupid man. This is for anyone who doubts my ability to fucking ruin my own plans. If you ever be like, oh, you know, maybe Pete's not quite as dumb as he makes out. This is proof for the pudding right here. I'm every fucking bit as stupid as I claim to be. I am a dumb man. Effectively, I have wasted a shadow grenade. I mean, I was going to use it anyway, so maybe I didn't waste it. But comes Johnny Sectopod. He's only going to get 1 shot at best, and it's going to be at Ava Perone, who is in a distortion field and full cover is half cover. It also launched a missile barrage rather than shooting, so we can just walk away from it. We're going to be fine. Unless this sectopod destroyer has a bunch of abilities I am not expecting, we should be totally 100% fine. Nobody else on the team is going to move. It's very unlikely. This thing is already shredded, right? Let's just check and make sure. No, it is not shredded. Well then, the first order of business is going to be to get it shredded. Wait, do you have does it have damage control? If it has damage control, the first order of business is not going to be to shred it. Cluster bomb, cannon fire, repair servos. It has hit and run because sure, sectopod destroyers really need that. That's fine. All right, it does not have damage control, so the number of times we hit it are completely irrelevant. 10 damage critical and a shred from good old Thurgood Marshall. Yeah, get benched, motherfucker. Get benched. I'm telling you, Teddy and the bench are off the chain. They're out of their supervisor's control. Teddy and the bench can't be stopped. They've gone fucking renegade. They're renegade cops now. I mean, they were always kind of renegade cops, but now they're legitimately actually renegade cops. They're beyond the law at this point. Like, you know, Charlie Sheen in Beyond the Law. They're that far beyond the law. Man, that thing blew up enormously huge. It destroyed that cover. How many tiles did that thing explode? That thing blew up bigger than a grenade. Not slightly bigger, way bigger than a grenade. Alright, well, it's consolidation turn then for the team. Let's have little Ava Don't Cry Perone just sort of join the rest of the pals. Come on, group hug, guys. We took out the sectopod. Everybody did a good job. I think you guys have earned a nice little group hug. Let's take a moment to celebrate, relax, and enjoy each other as people. You know, oftentimes we're in a stressful situation and things are hitting the fan, and we don't really get to enjoy each other just as friends and individuals as much as we really probably should. Ocean tracker time then. Alright, so we're gonna, I think, head into the craft. There is gonna be an ethereal in this thing somewhere. There always is an ethereal. We have another pod between us and it. It's a 3-man pod, probably in interesting territory is probably where it's at. If we come to here, does this activate? It is not.
If the aliens have reserved this cloaking technology specifically
Very
to hide this
interesting.
ship, we can only assume it is carrying something extremely valuable.
We're gonna have Helen Keller reload and land. I don't expect, like I said, Helen Keller is not going to be able to contribute much once we get inside the ship.
On my way.
That's fine. That's not why we brought Helen Keller. We brought Helen Keller for more esoteric duties.
Moving out.
I don't expect us to activate any aliens between here and the ship. So we're going to take a full sprint move. The motion tracker has told us that this is safe. Thurgood Marshall's going to be on the... actually, I really don't want Marshall on the other side of that door, but it doesn't matter because Thomas Moore's not fast enough to get there in a single turn anyway. Little Eva's going to dash up here behind this half cover, and the king, mama, going to go up there and keep pace, get ready. When it's time to leave the building, the king is first in line. No women and children first, man, if the boat is sinking. The king has left the building well before any women and or children. Right, so there's our ethereal. Alright, there are mutons also in the vicinity, but not... It seems like they're not with the ethereal. The ethereal pod seems to be isolated, which is good. That's how I like my ethereal pods. I like them isolated. Alright, Roosevelt, I don't want you there. Alright, we're gonna have to do a little leapfrog here. I'm expecting there to be enemy contact as soon as I kick open this door. We're good. We're gonna take a little bit of staging turn here. Come on. Roosevelt, I need you to step one step back, Roosevelt. Overwatch. I want my gunner on the other side of this door. St. Thomas, in case you're wondering, son, that's you. I mean, I know you don't get to go on a lot of missions, so you may be a little confused as to what your role in this project is, but it's gunner. So I'm talking, when I say gunner, I'm talking about you. Elvis is going to step to here. Overwatch, Overwatch, Overwatch for St. Thomas, except he can't, so let's have him reload. And then we're going to have old Helen Keller just come over here, cover our puckered buttholes from behind this log. Helen Keller, by the way, can sense when your butthole is puckered. I mean, I know she's blind and deaf, so she can't actually see or hear your butthole puckering, but she knows. She can feel it in the air. She can feel it coming in the air tonight, like a Genesis song. Hold on. Helen Keller's like, that guy has a puckered butthole. She just knows. It's an instinct. They say when, you know, you have... Like when you have some kind of missing sense, if you're blind or deaf or something, that your other senses become stronger to compensate. That's 100% true for Helen Keller. Unfortunately for Helen Keller, the sense she got that compensates for her blindness is the ability to tell when someone has a puckered butthole. It's less useful than you might expect. I just want to make sure there are no more aliens, okay? So this may seem dumb. Tesla, do you have Bombarder? You have... Perfect. Bombard.
Yes, sir.
This may seem kind of stupid. And it may be kind of stupid. And I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to see if I can blow this wall up. If we can blow this wall up and just hit these guys from outside the wall, I like this as an assault strategy. Not only did we get them fat, we actually did some damage too. So the ethereal is running long, deep in, wide. Get this, well, that guy we can kill pretty much at our leisure. That guy also is going to be pretty easy to kill. He's just standing in the open. Double 61s is actually not as good of a shot as I would have expected. Keller, what can you do? Helen Keller should be able to drive some fucking long-distance coffin nails on this chump. Oh, yeah, here we go. Little bit of double tap from Helen K. Up, see, she just heard it. Right there it was, his butthole puckered. She heard it. She heard it. Nope, no, don't even try and play. We heard it, Muton. Helen Keller knows. I mean, I heard it. Helen Keller sensed it. She can't hear it. Her butthole puckering sense, it's triggered. Her butthole senses are active. She heard it. Everybody, you guys are on board, right? You all heard Helen Keller hear it, right? Okay, then. See, we know Helen. That's why Helen Keller's on the team. So Teddy Roosevelt might have flank shots here, right? 82% to hit, though, which is real good. So the bully...
Negative damage.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting. Also, not really what I needed. St. Thomas, double 51s. holo targeting here is probably useful enough. Which is going to have to be useful enough because it's all we're going to get. So the mustache then with 82, and he's going to have some follow-up rapid fires that should be... This should be good enough to close it out. Double 77s, and we only need one to hit. So there we go. We won't have the mustache on Overwatch, which is kind of shitty. On the plus side, though, this ethereal is going to have a very difficult time targeting anyone. Let's just put the king on Overwatch. You know, Thurgood, I think I'm going to bring you and the destroyers around the corner and maybe see about a little flank mission. This is Thurgood Marshall. I mean, he should be named George, and then we have a backup band called the Destroyers, but this is Thurgood Marshall. He is a destroyer. I mean, he's proven that a number of times. The ethereal went over there into cover. I can't tell what the ethereal did. Well, we gotta sort of keep track of that son of a bitch. Teddy could just walk over and take a look. Let's have Teddy kick on a motion tracker before we do that. I don't want to risk wandering into, and that's exactly what they're trying to do, trying to get clever girl here. Is he still in the room? He is still in the room. Ooh, okay. We can do some very not nice shit here. Is this other back door open? It is not. Those guys are outside. Okay, then.
That's affirmative.
Commander, that device,
Yeah.
it seems to be of great importance to them. Retrieving it for further study should be our highest priority.
Yeah, again, Dr. Valen, is Alzheimer's contagious? Have all of you guys caught Dr. Shen's ailment? What the shit, guys? I mean, this was literally just a couple months ago that we did all this. You should remember. So you're on Overwatch.
Got it covered.
St. Thomas More is going to Overwatch from where he's at. Helen Keller is going to reload. This way she's ready to double tap again, just in case the ethereal comes out to where we can see her. And we're in fact going to try and encourage just exactly that. We're going to bring Nikola Tesla to here. He won't be in cover, but he will be out of line of sight. Mustache reloads. He goes on Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
Ava Perone is going to do something remarkably dangerous and unspeakably brave. We're sending her in. This is it. This is the pick-me moment. She's trying to get the ethereal to target her with the psychic ability and put the rest of his abilities on cooldown.
There now.
Considering she can't see the ethereal, however, that seems a little unlikely. Yeah, there are aliens back there. We know.
What the hell was that?
It's whatever that other pod is, some variety of mutants. I'm guessing a berserker and maybe some floaters. Well, now we know exactly what it is. It's a mutant elite and 3 berserkers. It's actually a real slice of shit is what it is. So we got a lot of Overwatch coming. None of it hit, but I mean, we had a lot of Overwatch coming. And here comes Johnny Ethereal. Oh, Mr. Ethereal, you're about to have a real bad day, son. Well, I mean, it could have been a worse day, but... What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Throwing something at Ava Perone, huh?
No. What's happening? No.
You took 15 damage and panicked. I'm real salty about that one. Not gonna lie. That was real awful. Okay, well, Roosevelt, you can't miss the ethereal, and somebody has to do something about him. We also have to do something about the 36 trillion berserkers that are over here. So we got Clever Girl, sort of. I mean, we kind of knew this was coming, so it wasn't a true Clever Girl situation. St. Thomas More, your hit percentage is really bad. Elvis can't really do anything. We could Shadow Device at the end. Elvis, you have yours, right? That's probably exactly what we're going to wind up doing. Elvis is going to have to Shadow D. With all of these, and of course, Helen Keller can't see the ethereal. The only thing we give a single shit about, she can't see it. Alright, well, your panic will not work on a... We can't Shadow Device somebody who's panicked. Elvis, please tell me you have Psi Inspiration. Please tell me you have Inspiration. You do. But that means you can't Shadow Device. That's not necessarily a deal breaker because little Ava Perone is on the scene, but she has already used her Shadow Device. So that means the Shadow Device is going to have to come from Nikola Tesla, which puts us in a very real danger from these berserkers. This is very double plus not good. We're trying to figure out how the hell we get out of this one, and I'm not really seeing a lot of pathways to success here. We can't be near these berserkers. We just cannot do it. Not at the end of our turn. We can't be anywhere near them. They will kill us. The best plan actually just seems like a full bore sprint away. The problem is Elvis is not going to be able to get away. We need somebody who can unpanic our unit, and the only person who can do that is Elvis. He's the only one. Why can't we see these berserkers? I can see the ethereal, but I can't see these berserkers? How the hell does that make sense? Well, the berserkers currently are far enough away that they will not be able to get to St. Thomas More, so I mean, I suppose we might as well shoot it. He reflected both of our rapid fire attacks.
Negative damage.
They're on the move.
Alright, well, we take this shot with the bully and run. So 12 damage and a shred, and now the bully has to take his hit and run move. So, I mean, the bully can fall way, way back with the hit and run. He's got plenty of run left in him. We should try... If Nikola Tesla throws a grenade, though, that's the end of the turn. Then Elvis has to Shadow Device. Elvis can't Psi Inspire if he Shadow Device. No, this is not done. Alright, Clemens, we gotta kill this ethereal. I'm less concerned. How can you not see that guy? How is he invisible to you? Line of sight in this game continues to just piss me off to absolutely no fucking end. No end. Absolutely no end. So at the end of our turn, we need to be in a position where nobody can get within 4 tiles of us. Even once we've rallied Jackhole over here, as long as he's... We can't cloak him while he's panicked. I was going to say, as long as he's panicked, it's actually not a problem, but we can't cloak him while he's panicked. And even if we rally him, it's not going to give him another move.
Roger that.
Oh, this is a real pickle. Alright, so Psi Inspire. We have to do this. We've got to get him off... We can't leave him panicked right there, he's just
No
dead.
surrender.
So he did recover enough to get... Alright. We're gonna get decloaked, though, that's the thing. These berserkers are just gonna charge and decloak us.
On the move.
We know that's going to happen. How do we stop it? There really is no way. Unless we could get them all close enough to us from the beginning that they can't charge, or that their movement doesn't trigger. Let's try it. Maybe if we can get the berserkers close enough that their movement won't trigger close encounters, we won't have to worry about it. Also, that guy is suddenly fucking in... This line of sight is really making me fucking sick. I am crusted with salt here. And so there's a free shot. 6 damage, and I mean, it's something. It's not fantastic, but it is something. And at this point, we sort of have to take what we can get. Tesla, are you going to be able to move far enough to get everyone in the Shadow Device?
Tracking.
If you're not, this is it. We're just fucked. Okay, you can get exactly enough. So we're going to have to be extraordinarily careful with how we handle this. So everybody has to be in this little sort of pavilion.
Solid copy.
So you move to here, and we can kill one of these berserkers with Teddy. If we shoot this guy, this is a can't miss shot. He comes in, as long as we don't panic. Oh, don't panic. Okay, if he had panicked, he would have also not been able to be Shadow Blast. That's a very significant concern. We gotta really be careful about the not fucking panicking shit. That would be god awful. Honestly, I think we gotta have the mustache stay where he's at. Alright, so, Samuel, bring this guy forward. Brilliant work. Exactly what I needed, Samuel. I needed you to miss a fucking 85% chance to hit. That's just what I was hoping would happen. Be like, hey, if you could miss a really easy shot, that'd be fucking best for everyone. Why don't you go ahead and do that? I want to have Ava Perón shoot here, but I almost can't afford to. And by say almost can't afford to, I mean I simply cannot afford to have Ava Perón shoot. These berserkers, by the way, are still going to trigger our close encounters. That really is shitty. The one thing we could do to help minimize our risk is get a panic here. Don't fail, don't fail, don't fail. I don't know why I try. Yeah, throw an actual grenade at your own team. Good thinking, Nicola. Good thinking. Just fucking grenade us all to chunks, because this isn't terrible enough as it is. We really needed things to get worse. Alright. Well, on the plus side, the Muton went first. So he's gonna... Sure, through full cover into distortion field, might as well not even be there. That guy clearly knows where we're at. Somehow did not trigger our close encounters ability, for which I am not salty in the least. Okay, now we're fucked. Oh, Thurgood Marshall, you just killed yourself. You're gonna be standing in the open versus whatever that ethereal decides to throw at you, and you're already hurt. Thurgood Marshall is dead. Well, Thurgood Marshall is critically wounded. Oh wait, that was St. Thomas More. Hold on a second. Hold the fuck on a second. You had a 6 health unit standing in the fucking open, and instead you threw a shot at a target in full... Sometimes I hate this game. Well, there's the reason the first close encounters didn't trigger. We were out of ammo. That's, an explanation. Alright then. Well, we've got to kill the ethereal, and in order to facilitate the killing of ethereal, Helen Keller's gonna shoot the one thing she can see. Get that taken care of. I'm real salty, actually, right now. Ridiculously salty, in fact. You've got to be shitting me. How many Fine, XCOM. Okay. No, this is fine. Have it your way, XCOM. This isn't complete and utter fucking horseshit. Nope, not even a little. It's not absolute, total, nonsense, ridiculous, fucking retarded bullshit. I'm so salty. If the ethereal has a trillion aim, fine. He just doesn't ever miss. He also reflects every goddamn attack ever. Whatever, it's fine. He has 100% reflect rate and he never misses. That I can deal with.
Yes, Commander.
Elvis, you're in the wrong tile. Oh, whatever. Somebody's got to stabilize St. Thomas More because they shot at him for whatever bizarre fucking reason. And everybody else has to run away.
That's affirmative.
We can't stay here and fight with 8 billion fucking Muton elites back there. It's just not gonna work, so we have to get out of line of sight. We're as far out of line of sight as we can get, which actually isn't very far.
Let's do this.
Alright, Mustache. You can't see the ethereal because he's in fucking I'm an invisible square guy. Just suppress, actually. This is legitimately our best option here, is to have him waste the rest of his ammo suppressing that guy so he throws a grenade at Ava. It's exactly what he's going to do. Remarkable Overwatch, by the way. 13 damage on the guy when he moved, and he's not throwing a grenade from there. He went on Overwatch. What's the ethereal doing? Mind controlling Ava Perone despite the fact that she has neural feedback and a mind shield. Yeah, that's sensible. Sure. Totally fair. Also, he didn't move from the tile where he's invisible either. And regenerated 6 health. This is going swimmingly. I'm real pleased with the way this is working out. This is great.
Heading there now.
We should be fine. We do have lightning reflexes. Muton has missed. I'm so salty right now. Just this is. I understand it's the Overseer's vessel, and yeah, it should be hard, but this is kind of absurd. That guy also heals 6 a turn, I'd like to point out, which isn't at all ridiculous. So the ethereal's dead, and Ava Perone is free. This guy's gonna explode like a fucking world-shattering 100 megaton nuclear weapon, I'm gonna guess. Everything explodes when it dies now in the Long War. That's the other thing that happens. Helen Keller does not have a shot. That's not a surprise at all. We cannot go that way or even risk it. Everyone will die. No one can see the Muton? Why can no one see the Muton? Is it dead? Did the explosion kill the Muton? It definitely didn't. So Tesla needs to fall back. Somebody's got to... We need a shadow device in there. Who has a shadow device? Who's got one? Somebody has one. Somebody... Okay, Elvis has his shadow.
Ready to engage. I'm on it.
You reload and Overwatch with the mustache. Elvis is going to be using a shadow device. Tesla's getting the hell out of Dodge because there's 8 trillion fucking Muton elites down that hallway. And I am not in a position to tangle with them.
We're green to
Helen
go.
Keller's gonna reload. And steady her weapon. There is no way that Mutant Elite is dead. He was not that badly injured. Thurgood Marshall,
That's affirmative.
if we're going to use a shadow device, I'd like to at least get the most possible use out of it. So you know what? You're up here. I'm not going to have you do anything crazy, though, like, you know, go on Overwatch, because you'll just decloak yourself and get yourself murdered. And then Elvis is going to shadow device, because that Mutant is still around. He's still there, I guarantee it. Just like that Men's Warehouse guy, except instead of saying, you'll look good, I guarantee it, my motto is, you won't feel good, the long war guarantees it. Yep, here comes a bunch of Mutant Elites down the hall. Well, we knew this was going to happen, so this is not a surprise. All things considered, we could be in a worse position with regard to dealing with these Mutants. I really don't think we should even fight. Lemons has some decent shots. Helen Keller should be able to do something. Nope, doesn't have a single shot, because line of sight simply does not work.
On the move.
What about now? Still nothing. Yeah, line of sight in this game is a thing that makes sense. Tesla could wheel and deal with a grenade down the... Yeah, let's just do that. It doesn't really have to get that close. It's a grenade. They say close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and this is a hand grenade. So we don't have to get that close. Let's have Tesla just wheel one around the corner. This guy can't even see us. I mean, we can sit here and hit him all day. He can see us now. Probably. We won't be able to see him, of course, because, again, line of sight. Not a thing that makes any kind of sense at all. Ava Prone is mildly injured. Thurgood Marshall really should just leave. Is there anybody in the open? No. I was going to say, if there's a guy in the open we can get a free shot at, we'll take it. There's not a guy in the open we can get a free shot at, so we're going to fall back.
Scanning.
Elvis, you're going to step over here, and you are going to throw some nice heal. Our little pal here.
Man up and get back out there.
Please, now is not the time for taunting Jesus. It's really not. Teddy Roosevelt. Alright, so Mustache, you need to kill this guy. You're going to have a hard time doing that because he has pretty good cover and is stupefyingly hard to hit to begin with. Still, I'm relying on you to do it. You did not do it. I should have put you on Overwatch.
Missed.
Yep, should have put Mustache on Overwatch. Ava Perón is going to run. If she can see a guy, she's going to try and panic whatever she can see, which is that guy. Come on. Well, now, yeah, talk about too little too late, Ava. I mean, I know you hit the 1%er and all, but it's still too little too late, Ava. I'm sorry. Too little too late. That's all I got to say. I did not want to go on Overwatch there. I actually meant to reload. One guy who can see us is Panic. That guy's not going to be able to see shit because he's in a closet. Closeted much, Mr. Mutant? Oh, what are you not comfortable with yourself? We knew that guy wasn't dead. I knew it. I knew it, XCOM. You thought you would get me, but you didn't get me. We really should just keep these mutants coming to us. There's no advantage whatsoever into going at these guys. That guy is all the way dead. Anything? Alright, so yeah, we're going into full Overwatch creeper mode. Clemens, what do you got? Not great shots. Helen Keller should be able to do something. Here we go. 62%, huh? That's bad, Keller. That's bad. We can up that if we have Ava... Never mind, Ava Prone can't see that guy. Ava Prone can only see the panicked guy. Because that's the thing that makes the most sense. So Tesla, if we bring you around here, you have Tandem Warheads or Bomb... You have Bombard. You know what? Tesla can throw... Ah, never mind. God damn it. I was going to say Tesla can throw a grenade that far, but the problem is we can't use grenades on that thing because we can't blow it up. We need it. We can't explode it.
Commander. Eyes on the prize.
Overwatch for you. All right, Keller. It's going to be... I mean, it's all you. You're going to have to try and sit back and pick this man apart with your spawn sight. That's a good start. A little double tap subsequent hit here would be a thing of beauty. At 42%, I don't like our chances, but that's what I get for doubting Helen Keller.
Taken care of.
You know what? Right before that guy died, Helen Keller, she sensed it again. Butthole pucker. Right there it was. She sensed it. She's like, that's how she knew where to shoot, honestly. Helen Keller, that's how she determines, that's how she spots her target. She'd be like, he's there. I heard his butthole pucker. I heard it. He's right there. I heard the puckering. And as soon as I hear the pucker, I know where to shoot.
Come on, you'll be back in the fight ASAP.
Elvis is still doing his bit, and Thurgood Marshall, I think I'm going to bring you over here. You can see only a panicked man. You know what? No, actually, I don't want really anybody to be able to see. So just move back. It's fine. We're gonna let somebody who's not panicked try and come running at us. He's gonna go take cover over here. He's on Overwatch over there. You're panicked over here. She's on Overwatch over there. He has the credit card. What do you do? Is that guy in cover? He is. Would he be in cover if we were over here, though? The answer is no. He would be flanked and on the ground, which means we would get free shots at him, and our lightning reflexes can get us there to take the free shot.
That was close.
Yeah, well, you're going to be hitting and running, so there's a lot of mutons in that hall. Yep, we're hitting and running then. We can't face off against 3 fucking muton elites in a hallway. We will absolutely get fucking ruined.
Okay.
Tesla has bombard. I think it's worth taking the possible retaliatory fire here in order to get a grenade down this hallway. This is going to be a reasonable trade of damage. We're also going to throw a smoke grenade just to try and keep ourselves safe, because so far, full cover has not been useful at all on this mission. Lemons actually has a shot thanks to that grenade, and a not terrible one. We're going to take a single shot and go on Overwatch here with Lemons. Alternatively, we could suppress. Like that plan better. Gonna go for the suppression plan. He did 13 damage last time he suppressed. Presley, you're gonna throw a grenade. Marshall, you are... I mean, you're newly healed, but you still really can't do anything. We could have a run and gun, but that seems like a genuinely terrible plan. I think instead we're gonna move you to here.
Okay.
And then you and Teddy can maybe do... Oh, Teddy. Teddy, my friend... Alright, let's go over here. Great pathing, by the way. Keller? If they're never gonna let Helen Keller shoot from where she's at, I'm gonna have Helen Keller just full-on move. She does have a shot from there. Ava Perone isn't gonna be able to do much of anything. We're just gonna bring Ava over here. Maybe she can run around the corner next turn. If nothing else, she's providing a distortion field on top of Jesus' smoke here. Yep. Alright, Jesus, give me a smoker. You should probably smoke grenade this man. Thomas More. Every time we've taken Thomas More on a critical missions, the man of all seasons has proven that he is not the man of all seasons. He's proven that he's the man who can get critically wounded. It's like his one reliable ability. Marshall's gonna reload. Let's see how Team Muton reacts. He's gonna shoot at Clemens. This better fucking miss. A dense smoke grenade, full cover, and suppressed. That guy had to have like -100 to hit. The penalties don't really get much worse. On the plus side, my strategy worked. And that we kept that guy right there in that hallway where we can get another flank shot at him. So we will take it. 88% to hit. We did hit, but we didn't get the kill. That's okay. We don't actually need the kill. We're going to leave. We can still see that guy, and as long as we can see him, Helen Deadeye Keller can put one in his eye. Listen for the pucker. Oh, do you hear it? It was right there. I heard it. I heard it. I caught it. Helen Keller, I'm starting to get sort of her ability. It's kind of... It's starting to become a part of me.
Ready to engage.
The puckering ability. It's yeah, I can detect them now too. I would say I'm worried about having our cover destroyed, but I'm actually not worried about that, because if this guy throws a grenade at us and destroys cover, that's like the least effective use of company resources for Team Alien here. And this has got to be the last guy. Although, have we seen a floater yet? Didn't the thing say there was a floater?
Roger, tracking.
I thought the thing said there was a floater, and to my knowledge, we have not yet encountered a floater. Alright, so Tesla's going to take a terrible Overwatch. Honestly, at 18%, Nikki, I'd rather you just had not shot.
Must be off.
Your sights must be off? Yeah, by 430 miles. They're off by a continent.
Damn it.
He's like, I'm in Africa, but I'm pretty sure that shot hit Europe. Everybody's missing.
Missed the
Jesus.
target.
Even Samuel Clemens missed, and he's normally a crack shot. Grenade? Yep. Nope. Yes? Grenade? Well, he's doing something. Clemens was spot on that time. This guy may just be shooting. He's gonna suppress Ava Perone. Well, you're dead then. You just signed your own death warrant, Muton. He suppressed and threw a grenade? How the fuck did that happen? Okay, XCOM, I'm just gonna straight up call bullshit on that. You don't get to throw a grenade and also... I'm real salty. real salty about that. Or he's not alone. Maybe the there's a floater or something. 10 damage in a hollow target. Elvis, can you kill this man? You're the only person still in cover. Alright, well, Elvis gets the kill. Who threw that grenade? Okay. Motion tracker, then. If somebody's close enough to grenade us, they have to be on the motion. Excuse me? It says there's a man left alive, and there is very clearly no one alive. Unless he's on the roof.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
I'm very confused about what's going on here. There's like an invisible alien?
Let's do this.
I'm genuinely confused here. Someone who is invisible threw a grenade at our squad.
Location confirmed.
I have no idea who threw that grenade. Also, we can't see who threw the grenade. What the hell's going on? There's a floater on the roof. Okay, so there's a heavy floater up there. As long as we can see the heavy floater, we'll be fine. We can kill it. I really want to know what angle allowed a heavy floater on a roof to throw a grenade down inside that building at us, though. I'm very sincerely curious about that. Lemons, please eliminate that piece of trash for me. Thank you, Roger. Samuel, Mustache,
Commander,
whatever the shit your
the
name is.
operation was a success.
Well, for certain values of success, Bradford, I wouldn't really call it a huge success. Tank Thomas More got critically wounded and the rest of the team got fucking blown into haggis. On the plus side, the Overseer mission is done, so we don't have to deal with that fucking retarded shit again. Well, there's 10 muton elites and an ethereal alien aim, whoever misses. Mary Sue aliens are real fun, aren't they? They provide an interesting challenge. They really make the long war enjoyable. Oh no, wait, all of those things are lies. All lies. Everything that came out of my mouth there, lie. All of it. And the mystery device has arrived. The research to discover what this will do? 700 Illyrium. Get ready to play another 2 years of the campaign so you can scrape it together 12 Illyrium at a time.
Recovered from a cloaked ship and guarded by the most powerful being we've ever
I
encountered.
really suddenly am very
What do you think
interested
it
in the
is?
story of that
An
forklift
object of
operator who just
immense
drove up to
power.
the XCOM
Think of
hangar
all
there.
we could do if we unlocked its
Is he like the
secrets.
dedicated forklift operator for
A
Project
dangerous
Lazarus?
sentiment, Doctor.
He's like the one guy, and he has this little containment box just fixed to the front of his forklift all the time. He's a specialist. Not anybody can drive that forklift. You gotta be certified and authorized to drive the forklift, and also for like hazardous and dangerous materials training.
Sir,
That
I'm
forklift
picking
operator
something
right
up.
there, 40 years
Another
of training
cloaked ship?
to
No,
get him
sir.
ready for that.
It's big.
He spent his entire life for that moment. It's the temple ship, Bradford. Why are you shocked by this? Oh, look, there it is. Remember, guys, like 9 months ago when we did this very same thing? Anybody? Am I the only one? Really? The only one who remembers, huh? They say
Tell me that
Alzheimer's
was
isn't
a
contagious, but I think
coincidence.
Dr. Shen has proven them wrong.
Wish I could, sir. That seismic event originated directly beneath our new contact.
Nothing we have would even make a dent in that thing.
Well, I don't know, Bradford.
If you
Your
two have
liquor
any more
supply
bright
could probably make
ideas,
a pretty hefty dent
now's
in it
the
if you
time.
threw all the empties at him. Bradford's got a lot of empties. A lot of empties. So, the temple ship, then. We're going to need a volunteer. That's going to be a long, difficult road. Since our highest ranked psychic trooper just got critically wounded like 2 missions ago. Research the ethereal device. You need 10,000 Illyrium. I'm sincerely curious how much we actually need for that. So, St. Thomas More takes his second critical wound. Brilliant. They're good. The bench marshal's going to be down for 11 days. Alien command and control picked up. How much Illyrium did we get? 64. That's actually pretty respectable. It was the Overseer vessel, but still. 40 alloys, 44 weapon fragments. I don't care about the rest of any of this shit at all. Like, not even a little. Some of our Aegis armor got damaged, so we'll go waste like 40 Illyrium to repair it.
We're coming down to the wire here. Now
Still
that
a
we've
fan of the
backed
repair
aliens
mechanic.
into a corner, I think
It's
we'll
a,
see
it's
what
a
they're really
positive
made
addition
of.
to the game. Really adds a lot to depth
Personally,
to the
I
gameplay.
expect nothing
Not at
short
all
of
just an
pure
irritating
desperation in their
post-fucking mission
resistance.
busy work task.
They've invested too much to go down without a fight.
Dr. Shin, I don't even know what you're talking about or fucking rambling about. And honestly, I don't care. You know what I do care about, though? I care about having some reflex cannons, because I'm feeling like our shotgun team is not necessarily holding it down. Let's go ahead and get that started. And since we do have another firestorm in the works, I really feel like we should probably also make another plasma cannon, so let's get that done as well. And that's going to exhaust our Illyrium supplies, and it's also going to exhaust my patience for the long war for the day. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see the rest of our long war campaign, including, hopefully, sometime in the next, before XCOM 2 comes out future, the conclusion of this little run, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.